To the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the Deshaun Watson suspension.
Hi, Dave. I would like to make a comment on the Deshaun Watson situation. Every action made by someone has a reaction to it. The bigger the popularity of someone has a larger reaction, both positive and negative. But our country is based on a legal system that after going through the process decides if someone is guilty or innocent on that action. So in the case of Deshaun Watson, it is not up to the NFL at this point to be judge, jury, and executioner, so they can somewhat protect their image, which is a far cry from being a perfect model. The legal system must do their process first. Then and only then should the NFL come in and place a penalty. Anything other than that discredits the integrity of the NFL or player.
All right, Ron, as always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Quincy, the thing that I would say to that is the NFL is going to eventually suspend Deshaun Watson based on the code of conduct. So the statement is we hold our players to a higher standard. So it isn't anything legal. It's basically, did you do what you should do as an NFL player? And in that instance, at the end of the day, Roger Goodell is judge, jury, and executioner because as the commissioner, he has the final say in that.
And it's let's be honest here, too. Also, another part of this is a public relation problem for the NFL, right?
Yep.
Like, they need to handle this from a public relations standpoint as well. It's not a good look for the NFL to have somebody out there with that amount of acute accusations against him that are unresolved at this point, right? And for them to just wipe their hands up and go, "Hey, man, we couldn't do anything," right? Like, they aren't limited from the apparatus of the law, right? Where the law has to prove something until beyond a reasonable doubt. The NFL is not limited to that. They can make the judgment if they feel like he did it or feel like he broke the code of conduct. They will make a determination on that. So I know people make the argument that he didn't get any legal consequences, but when this whole thing broke, we were not talking about the legal consequences of what Deshaun Watson was doing. We kind of understood at the beginning of this story that it would be very hard to prove these things in a court of law. It wasn't about that. This was more about the court of public opinion, and this is where he is being tried at. So all of the legal stuff was irrelevant, I think, in this whole conversation at the start. It's irrelevant right now, and it's more about the court of public opinion because that's the court that the NFL is going to be trafficking in and being judged by. So, I know people put that out there a lot, but that's just what I would say to that.